2, 1.
He counted it down as I was counting down the stream. Not gonna lie.
Are we live?
Oh, dang.
Yeah, we're
Perfect
live.
timing.
We're live now.
Live.
Welcome to NTcast number 7. I think you can hear us. The stream's going. I'm watching it. I
love that thumbnail. That's a great thumbnail.
That's a really good thumbnail. Who made that, Sherm?
That's a pretty made thumbnail.
I think Saul made it.
That's also something I would. That's also something to say. That's also something I would say if I did make it.
Hi there. So we're gonna be discussing fighting game matchups. You see the first one right there, obviously. Before we start, I'll make a dedicated video on this, but it's like just a little announcement thing. I just released my first prediction in a while since Mahito Shigaraki. And it's not going to be a consistent thing I do, but it did really well. And I'm thankful for everyone that watched it. Tomorrow I'll have another video on August's Fan Battlecast. That shit was 16 matchups long. Thank you, Fan Battlecast. So it took a longer to make.
You're welcome, by the way.
Well, to be fair, we've made up for it because I think we've done like 2 videos this month so far.
October, I will be also making a Fan Battlecast video, but I want to do something a little different. So I think November and maybe December, I won't make a cast video. But with the new Champions Island thing going on right now, I kind of want to do something a little fun with it, where I kind of highlight the characters that are being chosen or like help people push their matchups essentially, since I won't be participating in it at all. And I feel like I'd have a little more passion right now, at least making those kinds of videos, than the cast ones, since I've been making the cast ones for like 8 months straight. I'm gonna be doing one on Dark Lores, a video on, what is it called, The Long Quiet? Is that the name of it?
The Long Quiet from Slay the Princess.
Yeah.
The Long Quiet, the protagonist, the titular man who goes to slay the princess, he actually has a lot of interesting stuff going on. In my opinion, he's actually a lot more interesting to have on a versus show than, like, even the princess herself. No shade towards the princess. I 100% want her on Death Battle as well, but, like, I think The Long Quiet's, like, far more interesting, and, like, not enough people talk about, like, how interesting he is for versus. So I'd love to have a video highlighting all of that.
And anyone else here, like, if anyone else on this team has submitted one, I'd gladly do one for you as well. The only other one I know of right now is the Club Penguin. I talked to the guy who pitched Club Penguin versus Mundo Katuro, and I told him I'd be interested in exploring that more. But if you submitted at all, and I'll have an announcement where you can more properly put it, but if you submitted at all to that to the Champion Island, let me know, and I can try to make like a fun little video, like hyping it up a little bit for you. One of the last...
We have both submitted things.
The last announcement is Sherm's announcement.
I have an announcement to make. What's the Snap Cube? I've come to make an announcement.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. You pissed on my fucking wife.
So yeah, in
I watched that
a
clip
couple
way
days
too
from
much.
now, on Tuesday the 30th? Yes, Tuesday the 30th, on my channel, Fan Battlecast, we will be doing a stream very similar to this, which is basically a Halloween-themed NTcast, where we will be talking about all the future pitched matchups we know of that are Halloween-themed, or can be considered Halloween-themed, and we'll be talking about them kind of like a ballot banter this stream. In addition to that, everyone who participates in that stream will have a matchup we also want to talk about that's not a pitched matchup, and you can actually, you the viewers can vote on which one you want to be a bonus cast on the show. So if you like this content, if you like the casts, if you just like Halloween episodes, make sure to go over to my channel and we'll talk about it.
I will link that after the video finishes. I'll put his channel.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm pointing to the description. Nothing's in there yet.
You're actually pointing at Zoro on my screen.
I'm pointing at
Go
Zoro.
to him.
Bro,
All right.
bro,
And
why aren't you
Come to
listening
me.
to
I will take care of all your description needs, apparently.
And now we can start the cast proper with Ryu versus Goku. We have a few people on the team that like this matchup a lot.
Yes.
I think it's really fucking fun. It's like for this, you would use like full composite for both, so then you get shit like Jump Force, Smash Brothers, and even the weirder stuff they have, like Xenoverse for Goku, and also like the Transformers and Power Rangers crossovers for Ryu, and also Fortnite. So that's how you know it's peak fiction. But you basically just
there's Transformers crossovers for Ryu.
Yeah, last I heard, yeah, he's got a Transformers crossover where he becomes a Transformer, I think. Hold on, let me double check that.
Now, I have heard some naysayers against this matchup. I know this matchup makes sense from like a surface level. I don't think we need to describe too much of that. I've heard some people say as a composite, it kind of misses the point of each character. I would like to argue that the composite nature of this fight actively highlights the character for both of these guys. Because Goku and Ryu are both two characters that are like iconic in their genre. They are like the trendsetters. Ryu of Street Fighter is like the fighting game guy. Goku is the anime protagonist. And their whole thing is just traveling their worlds and looking for a fight. And I think the composite nature really highlights both their iconic status and their characters, because it's kind of treating it as, look at everything these guys have achieved. Look at all the warriors and worlds Ryu has wandered into and fought with. Look at all these different places Goku has gone to and fought with. At their very best, at their peak potential as their characters, what is the best they have come across with and scrapped with? And I think that's really, really cool.
He's referring to me when he says naysayers, by the way.
And me also.
So here's my thing, right? I thought initially, before looking into this, I don't know much. I play Street Fighter, but I don't know much of the story. I thought that Ryu was kind of like Goku, how there's a bunch of different versions of Goku. Some of them have drastically different personalities, like Xenoverse being a lot more serious than, like, the playful Goku from Super, or like, like the in-between of serious and playful from GT. And I thought Ryu was kind of the same, where it would be a lot of different incarnations, but like with different personalities. But it seems like, from what I've looked into, that Ryu is just kind of Ryu, and like he doesn't have many different personality traits going on. So it would be more of a question of how you would characterize Goku. Would you just use his mainline attitude, like fun fight, let's go, and then give him his other equipment and like forms from his other media, or would it kind of be like a composite of his personality as well?
I think the thing with both Ryu and Goku is that they are both fundamentally, like, no matter what scenario they are in, they are very similar to how they've always been. Like, they have moments of, like, character development, quote unquote, but it's not like they change much. They are just, their differences primarily come down to, like, the situation they're in and the series they're in. Like, Xeno Goku is a lot more serious. That's usually because there's a timeline erasing thread every other week that's, like, pure evil. So it's just kind of like, in that scenario, he is more serious just because the moment calls for serious. They're, like, flat-ish characters in the way where they will show up and they will be very similar to how they always have been. And it's just kind of how they react to the world and the context they're in.
Can Ryu fly?
Yeah.
In comp, yes. Or if not, he can basically fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
He jumps good.
He has Fortnite building. He can build a sky base.
I will say, I don't think Fortnite is... From what I know about Fortnite, it doesn't actually give you anything. Because isn't everyone Fortnite depowered and powerless?
I can't.
Well,
really
I mean,
I can't really talk into specifics because I'm on the Booster Jones blog. But no.
God,
Fortnite...
I'm so happy you're on the Booster Jones blog.
Because, saying that they're both in Fortnite is funny, but there's absolutely zero reason for either of them to just pull out AKs and start shooting at each other. That's just not a thing that would happen.
I mean,
I think it would be really funny if, like, near the climax, they both, like, just grow tired, they're panting, and then they just pull out, they just start building, and then they have a fucking build battle partway through. I think that'd be funny as.
I would say that Fortnite would probably make them equal stats.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's
the hacks debate.
That's interesting.
Yeah, which I find a lot more interesting. Also,
I
I
would like
looked
to dig into which one of them is more
Street-
skilled. I think that'd be interesting.
I would lean Goku, right?
Yeah, because
Probably.
Yeah, probably Goku, because like even back in like original Dragon Ball, he was able to like tell who somebody was even while they were disguised just by how they were fighting. So
Well,
like
Goku was matching martial artists like Ryu ever since he was like a little kid.
He's in his 50s now.
Yeah, now he's sparring with gods and otherworldly beings. And
I also think, like, in terms of their, what would be the word? Like, their knowledge on fighting styles within their worlds, I feel like Goku would just have a lot more knowledge across comp, you know? Because a lot of Ryu's comp kind of takes him out of Street Fighter and puts him into other verses, while a lot of Dragon Ball's comp is just different things like Xenoverse, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, he is able to spar with power, because, like, in Battle for the Morphin Grid, he's able to, like, spar with Power Rangers, and he even gets, buffs to martial arts through this, because he can become a Power Ranger, and, like, becoming a Power Ranger can buff you up to, like, a martial arts master, even if you know, like, basically nothing. So, like, morphing into a Power Ranger would make him, like, far more skilled, but, like, Goku would still definitely be a way more skilled fighter.
Question.
I do have a...
Does Ryu beat Galactus, or does Ryu just get Galactus to fuck off? What happens in MVC 3?
In Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is... yeah, that is probably a... Yeah.
That is interesting, but you would get scaling no matter what, right?
It also wouldn't be...
Well, Galactus appeared in Fortnite, so, like, they both scale.
Fuck.
It's a weird...
Fortnite is killing this debate for me.
I do have a question about Fortnite making stats equalized. Does it mean that base Goku is equal to Ryu, which means that he could just win by powering up into all his different transformations?
No, again,
the Ultra Instinct is also in Fortnite, so...
Again,
Oh, never mind then.
Again, that's what the hell's going on with Fortnite stats and stuff. Like I said, it would just kind of make them equal stats at the end of the day.
Well,
Yeah, so
the funniest part of that is that if we were to if Goku has his many forms, right, and he can he can all fight with them in Fortnite, and it makes him no stronger. It means that in Fortnite, Goku does not get a single power boost from any of his Super Saiyan.
Even if it doesn't give any...
As an outsider, I can definitely...
We're gonna move on.
Alive. So each character kind of has exploitable weaknesses, so this would be a really great way to explain the stories they couldn't really